Hey guys, coming for another video. The theme of the video now is Brazil's elimination from the Copa America. Let's talk about it. There's a lot for us to discuss. I'm recording this video after Brazil was eliminated by Uruguay on penalties, after a 0-0 draw in normal time. The performance analysis of the Brazilian team in the Copa America reveals a greater concern than the individual performance of the players. When it is observed that no player stands out significantly, it is an indication of deeper problems within the team. For example, Alisson, the goalkeeper, had an acceptable performance, but his position naturally limits his direct participation in the flow of the game. Rafinha, although he showed flashes of talent and potential, was unable to establish himself as a starter, often ending up on the bench. Militao, a reliable defensive player, will unfortunately be remembered for the missed penalty, an isolated incident that should not overshadow his usual consistency. However, these examples of individual performance do not fully explain the team's lack of brilliance. When no player stands out, the problem transcends the talent or form of the athletes. It becomes a collective issue, where the lack of cohesion and synergy becomes evident. This reflects conceptual problems, such as the absence of a clear gaming philosophy and workplace issues, which may include ineffective training, lack of well-defined strategies, and inadequate preparation for games. Furthermore, the organizational and thinking structure within the selection process may be compromised. Team organization, from technical management to administration, plays a crucial role in success or failure in international tournaments. Structural problems can range from choosing coaches and coaching staff, to calling up players, to logistics and competition planning. The lack of individual highlights in the Brazilian team during the Copa America points to the need for an in-depth review of all these aspects. The search for solutions must consider reformulating strategies, improving training methods, and reassessing the team's internal organization. Only in this way will it be possible to reverse the situation and allow the players' individual talent to shine in the context of well-structured and efficient collective work. Tite's departure from the Brazilian national team in December 2022 marked the beginning of a tumultuous period for the team. Although his departure was planned for after the World Cup, regardless of the result, the anticipation of his departure brought a feeling of instability. The Brazilian Football Confederation, CBF, placed its hopes in hiring renowned coach Carlo Ancelotti, but this negotiation did not materialize. As a result, the team spent a year and 3 months without a permanent coach, a period in which Ramon and later Fernando Diniz acted as interims. This lack of continuity and stability inevitably took its toll. Brazil's participation in the Copa America turned out to be surprisingly bad, to the point of being described as depressing. After a good game against Paraguay, expectations were dashed by poor performances against Costa Rica and Colombia, culminating in a disastrous performance against Uruguay. In the game against the Uruguayans, Brazil was not crushed, but it also did not show initiative or the ability to win. Even playing the last 25 minutes with one more player, the Brazilian team was unable to score a goal, which illustrates the lack of effectiveness and offensive creativity. The absence of a permanent coach for so long had a negative impact on the team's cohesion and preparation. With Ramon and Fernando Diniz temporarily taking command, there was a lack of a clear strategic vision and continuous work that could unite and guide the players. The constant change of technical command prevents the development of a consistent playing philosophy and the construction of a solid team spirit. Furthermore, the uncertainty surrounding technical leadership reflects a lack of adequate planning on the part of the CBF. Waiting for Ancelotti proved to be a risky and ultimately damaging gamble. The lack of an effective plan left the team in limbo, with no clear direction. Poor performances against Costa Rica and Colombia were marked by a lack of cohesion and strategy. The defense seemed disorganized, the midfield disjointed, and the attack ineffective. Against Uruguay, Brazil's inability to take advantage of their numerical advantage in the final minutes highlights mentality problems and a lack of confidence. To overcome this phase, it is crucial that the CBF makes more assertive and quick decisions regarding the team's technical leadership. Choosing a competent coach and implementing a long-term plan are fundamental steps to rebuilding the team. Additionally, there needs to be a greater focus on developing talent and building a clear and effective gaming identity. The recovery of the Brazilian national team's prestige will depend on a combination of strong leadership, strategic planning, and the ability to learn from past mistakes. Only with a structured and determined approach will it be possible to restore the team's pride and success in international competitions. Dorival Jr. mentioned at the press conference that Brazil was hindered by having an extra player due to a lack of lucidity. It was a team without creativity, with a terrible ball flow, looking like a team that got together on the spot to play. Brazil's match against Uruguay was bizarre, with just 2 shots and touching the ball in the opponent's area just 11 times. Do the players not know how to play ball? Of course they know. The problem is that today Brazil doesn't have an idea for the game. Dorival Jr., who took over the role, has a long way to go. Brazil will take time to build a collective, a team, a game concept that works. This process will take time, with Dorival or another coach. Brazil is far behind other Copa America teams, such as Argentina, Colombia, and Uruguay. This situation will take time to resolve, and time plays against the Brazilian team. Since 2002, Brazil has not won a World Cup, and the accumulated debt puts pressure on immediate results. The problem is not the Premier League or players playing for smaller clubs. The problem is the lack of a clear game concept in the national team. With Dorival or another coach, Brazil will need time to reorganize itself and become competitive again. I want to hear from you. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks and see you later.